right, we're good to go. We're live, everybody. I think, yeah, we should be good. All right, perfect. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody had a great Monday. What's going on, Dan?
Uh, I'm excited for this one. This is one I did all the questions on this one. So tonight we are doing something completely different. We've never done it before. We're doing movie poster trivia live. So same rules apply. Type in 1, 2, 3, or 4. The movie poster will be shown instead of a question like we normally do. It's the same software and everything, but it's going to be the movie poster, except for we have edited out the title. So we got some old ones, we got some new ones, we got some, in-betweeners.
Oh, yeah.
And so the other thing, the ones who have not played, guys, if you are watching this not live, like a lot of you are not, watch it live. It's a lot of fun to play live against other people. Also, we added a 6th round tonight. So there are 30 questions actually tonight.
That's right.
30 questions. So first 5 rounds, point system stays the same. If you place in the top 3, you get 1 point. The final round, only one person will score. So top person will get actually 2 points for the final bonus round.
Makes it a little more interesting, I think. Give some underdogs a chance that if we have a close game and it comes down to that final round, you could still be losing going into the 6th and final round. But if you win that last round, you might win the game.
Yeah, Sean says 30. I don't believe it either. But
right.
Kyle and I we were making them, and I'm like, dude, we got to do this. We got to do above and beyond. I think I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm gonna warn you right now. Whoever wins the final round, you get my respect because there's some toughies on there. There's some real tough ones.
Oh yeah.
So, all right, let's do this. Let's get set up.
Oh, hold on, before we get started, guys. Throw us a like. If you're watching this live, throw it a like. If you're not watching it live, throw the video a like. We want to keep on ranking these. We're growing at a really good pace. We want to keep on ranking these videos. YouTube loves the little like button. Make sure that you hit that. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on notifications, all that stuff. Follow us on social media. There should be a link in the description of the video for it as well. So without further ado, let me
let's go
started here.
It's gonna be weird because we're not gonna.
I love the background on this one.
Oh yeah. This is a good one. Kyle did the background on it. This is gonna be weird because we're only gonna answer that. We're only gonna talk about the questions. We don't have to read a question, or we don't have to read a question. We only talk about the answers. So,
yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
Right,
almost there. Here we go.
Here we go.
Stephanie says, I'm hoping to get at least one question right. I'm sure you'll do just fine. Like I said, there's some in here I think most people are going to get, but they're especially with multiple choice as an option. But I'm not going to lie, there are some definite toughies there.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be some tough ones.
9. All right, I'll start with round 1. So round 1, this is a hard one. The U571, The Hunt for Red October, Patriot Games, or Crimson Peak. I do apologize for some. We're still tweaking on getting the picture up there and looking a little bigger. It is a little small. This is our first time doing it, so we're testing it a little bit.
So remember, yes, this is the poster. The title of it's going to be blurred out on each one of these.
So we actually kind of got all over the board, which was what I was hoping for. This is actually U571. Matthew McConaughey's in this movie. It's a great movie. If you have not seen U571, you really need to watch it. It's. I mean, all these movies on here are actually really good, but my favorite on here is Patriot Games.
When did that come out? That had to have been like early 2000s.
Yeah, I think it was 2001. Okay, got a lot of different answers here, but most of the people got U571. I actually thought I'd get more people with that.
I kind of figured Hunt for Red October would be the second choice or first. I figured that was going to be one of the main ones.
For sure. So is this one Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, Austin Powers, Gold Member, or Austin Powers, From England with Love? Honestly, that Kyle came up with that title. I'm just going to go out there and say right now, that's a great title for an Austin Powers movie. He does James Bond puns all the time. That's way better than Gold Member, in my opinion. But
so out of all the Austin Powers movies, this one is my favorite. It is number 1, The Spy Who Shagged Me. It was the second one. I gotta be honest, I love the first 2. I am not a big Gold Member fan.
Yeah, that's what we were both saying. I don't know. There's just something about it. Just It feels like they definitely cared a lot less with it. The only good thing it's got going for it is the beginning when they do a parody of a parody with Tom Cruise as Steven Spielberg directing an Austin Powers movie and Tom Cruise as Austin Powers. I do like that part. That's pretty funny. But that's about it. Yeah, Sean said gold member stunk. Yeah, I would. It's just definitely doesn't hold up comparatively. All right, so this one, is it Jaws: The Revenge, Jaws 3, Jaws 2, or the OG Jaws?
Look at that. Even on the bottom credits, Dan blurted out down there too.
That's
dedication right there, because a lot of people would have missed that when you were going through and editing these.
I was going through and I didn't want any toughies. So this one is Jaws: The Revenge, also known as probably one of the biggest piece of shit sequels ever made. Also known as the one that has a shark roar like a lion. I am not joking. You can look it up. At the end, it roars.
I've only ever seen the first Jaws. I don't know why, because I love that movie. It's a great movie, and I've only ever seen the first one.
We were actually watching The Little Mermaid the other day, and you know how Ursula gets stabbed by the end of that's how she dies, is she gets stabbed by the bow of the mast, whatever it is. Uh-huh. That's how Jaws dies in this. So I said they stole us from Jaws: The Revenge, because this actually came out like a day or a year or two earlier. All right, so is this Rush Hour 4, Rush Hour 3, Rush Hour 2, or Rush Hour? See, some of these we had to just like it's either one or the originals, because or one of the original or the sequels, because there's no denying what this is. I mean, if you've seen Rush Hour or any of the sequels,
I love the Rush Hour movies.
Rush Hour 2 is my favorite.
I was gonna say Rush Hour 2 is definitely my favorite. I just like the whole storyline of it.
And I don't really honestly know why. It's the one I think I've seen the most. We had the first two.
The one we watched most as kids.
We had the original one on DVD, which we got, I think, in like the late 90s. And then we had Rush Hour 2 for some reason on VHS.
VHS, yeah.
So we were a little ass backwards on that. So this is the original Rush Hour. And again, we split some people. A lot of people going Rush Hour 3 on this. And I don't know exactly why, unless that's just the one people have seen.
I just would have figured that because they look much younger in this one. I mean, not like much younger, but I would have went with the original. But
all right, anyway. Final one for for round number 1. Is it The Running Man, T2, Terminator, or Predator? So this is going to be interesting, because I think most people are going to probably pick, 2 of them, if I had to guess. Mm-hmm. The question is, which one? Most people are going to say it's either Terminator or Terminator 2. Looks like
most people, it looks like, got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's Terminator 2, in my opinion, is probably the greatest action movie of all time. If you have not seen it, you really should, because I've seen it probably 50 times, and it never gets old.
It is a great movie.
I enjoy the original Terminator, but Terminator 2 just holds a special place in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these we're both giving love to the sequels on a lot of these as we go through them. Austin Powers, T2. What was the last one we were talking about?
Rush Hour 2.
Rush Hour 2. Yep.
See, they say that sequels are never better, but you know what? This proves that sometimes they are.
Yeah, exactly. Look at Empire. All right, so we got Sean on the board. We got Bobby and Curtis. Sean, the only one who cleared the board. There were some tough ones on there, I will say, but a lot of people with 3. And I can't remember which one people. I don't really know which one held people up. I think U571 definitely got half the people.
Right, that definitely got some people on that one.
Like I said, once we get to the final round, whoever gets the top one on that deserves that extra 2 points, because it's tough. I honestly think that's a tough one.
Also, guys, if you're watching this on Facebook, because I believe we posted the link on Facebook as well, definitely switch over to YouTube, because it's showing that we've got quite a few more people on here than are actually showing up for the answers for it. Sometimes the Facebook link, for some reason, it doesn't pick up on it the right way. So definitely switch to YouTube on it. All right. Number 1, we got Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston in Waterworld, The Bodyguard, Robin Hood Men in Tights, or Ghost.
This one actually fooled Kyle. I did not think this would fool you. I was a little.
I've never seen this
disappointed.
movie. I'm a big movie buff, but I have never seen this movie, and this one got me. I figured I'd get somebody. I don't know why, but for some reason, I figured we were going to get somebody with like Ghost. Or
You got
something.
one. You got Brooke with Ghost.
Yes,
that makes you made Kyle's night right there, Brooke. He was like, "I'm going to put this as Ghost because someone's going to pick it," and I'm like, "What? No
Told
way."
you. Well, I mean, I don't know. Kevin Costner and Patrick Swayze. Okay, they don't really look the same at all, but whatever.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
Whitney Houston and who was in Ghost? Was it Demi Moore?
Demi Moore, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, close enough.
It works. I'm gonna have to watch this movie now though because I've never seen it. All right, number 2, Prison Break, End of Days, Children of Men, Behind Enemy Lines.
So if you haven't seen End of Days, I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen Children of Men, I would highly recommend it. If you haven't seen Behind Enemy Lines, I would highly recommend it.
I called this one too. I threw out Behind Enemy Lines because I said that kind of looks like something that would be from that movie.
It does.
And we did get a few people on that.
Prison Break, I believe, is a fake name. I'm sure it's a movie title.
I think
somewhere.
we made that up for this one.
Yeah.
Yep.
But End of Days is a wacky Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Like it's supposed to be, he's like a serious actor in it. It's actually kind of good in a really bad way. Children of Men is what obviously this one is a phenomenal movie. Highly recommend it. And Behind Enemy Lines is Owen Wilson as a serious action star. Kind of fun.
What is it? Owen Wilson and is it Gene Hackman?
Gene Hackman,
yeah. Okay, I think it's Gene Hackman.
Mitchell says there is a movie. Stop. Oh, okay. And Bobby says Prison Break's a show. Okay.
There we go.
Sounded
familiar. All right, number 3, Stanley Kubrick directed The Antagonist, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, A Clockwork Orange, 2001: A Space Odyssey.
So 2 of these films Kubrick did direct. He did do 2 of them. Question is, which one is the correct answer?
I think we did get a couple people. So it is A Clockwork Orange, but we thought that a couple people might go after One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
This is one of those movies that no matter how many times I watch it, and if people have watched the movie, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the best, also the most uncomfortable movie. It will make you so uncomfortable watching it, which is the whole point, but it's so good at the same time.
I've never seen that either.
Malcolm McDowell in it is honestly terrifying, and also like, yes, Mike Vale says it's so weird. It is very weird, but it's so good.
All right, number 4, Clark Gable in The Grapes of Wrath, Southern Rising, Gone with the Wind, Casablanca.
Couple people are saying it's so weird. Yeah, it definitely is, but I promise if you haven't seen it, you definitely do it.
All right, so as expected, we've got a mix between 3 and 4, which is kind of what we were thinking. I'm not going to lie. I thought we might get somebody with number 1. Number 2 was a name that Dan made up for this one.
Yeah, it was actually a pun on an episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Will Smith makes a joke, so that was where that came from.
As you say, it is Gone with the Wind. So majority of people on that one got it. I'm shocked that nobody went with number 1 though. I figured they would because it was kind of in that same time period of movies.
Yeah, the poster doesn't really look like, I don't know, what you'd expect at least.
All right, number 5 for all the Star Wars fans out there: Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, Star Wars: The Last Jedi, Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith, Star Wars: Attack of the Clones.
This one we have Obi-Wan Kenobi in his Jesus beard and hair. It's his best look, if you ask me.
Oh, absolutely. The like half mullet.
Yeah, honestly, I think I could probably rock that. What do you think? Even if I couldn't, I should totally do it. I think our subscribers would like plummet though if they saw it.
And we promise this will be the one and only time we bring up Last Jedi in any of our streams. That abomination of a movie.
Yep. We don't want to get demonetized.
That's right. YouTube takes it down for mentioning Last Jedi. This is gonna be an interesting round.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for this sixth round too because that's going to make things real interesting. Look at that, fives across the board.
Interesting. Actually, a lot of people with fives. All right, so we got Sean's at the lead with 2. Mike is on the board, and let's see, Tyler.
Tyler, the reigning champ from Wednesday, on the board now. And Sean, for anybody that hasn't seen Sean play trivia before, he hasn't been here the last few times, but guys, I'm quite positive, like 99.9% sure that Sean plays trivia for a living.
Do you think he like saw the? Do you think he saw our thumbnail and was like, "It's time"? Like, because he saw a movie poster trivia, and he's just like, "Yep, this is it.
This is it right here.
Insta dub,
Total domination."
I don't know. I think this is going to be it as we go along. There's, like I said, there's some toughies in here. So far though, Sean is 10 for 10. I guarantee. I am making a bet right here because he's the only one who's perfect so far. Sean, you have my word. I will give you a $25 gift card if you go 30 for 30 because I am willing to bet you will not go 30 for 30. If you do, then you have my respect, sir.
Mike Vale says, "Where are you at, Sean?" I think Sean's Chicago, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm pretty sure he's either a professional trivia player or Batman. One of the other.
Or Batman. All right, so this poster, if you have seen the movie, then you're gonna know. If you haven't, then that kind of sucks. But it's Us, The Possession, The Haunting, or Get Out. It's like we got a couple quick. Clarky is looks like Tyler with the quick draw here. He definitely answered very quickly. I'd say a solid 5 seconds before anyone else, at least on our end.
Look at that. Everybody going with 4 on that one.
Yeah, it's a pretty memorable.
Now, did everybody know that, or did they see how quickly Tyler answered that, and they were like, "Okay." It's like in physics class when you don't know, you just kind of like look over at the person next to you.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I did.
This was a tough poster to edit, honestly, because the left side had get in white and then out in black on the right side, so it took a little longer. But I'll do anything for my peeps. You just remember that.
I do like the style though. This is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. Question number 2 is The Rock of Gibraltar, The Goonies, Romancing the Stone, or Adventure Quest. I'm going to be honest. I still have not seen.
What? You've never seen the Goonies?
No, not the whole thing. I've seen part. Like I've seen the first 30 minutes on TV one night. And I'm going to have to.
It is. I will say I had never seen it until 3 or 4 years ago. It's one of Tessa's favorite movies. We just never watched it when we were younger.
However,
but
Romancing. I'm a little disappointed no one picked Romancing the Stone. Romancing the Stone with Michael Douglas is pretty much the only movie in history that can make Michael Douglas kind of cool.
Isn't that the movie Bob Zemeckis directed right before Back to the Future?
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I know that because he had a bunch of flops up until then, and then that one was okay, and then all of a sudden he did Back to the Future, Forrest Gump, all these iconic movies.
Yeah. All right, so this one right here with Michael Douglas and Charlie Sheen is Wall Street, The Hustle, Goodfellas, or Casino. I think I started out strong there, Kyle. I think I started out hard, and everyone's getting these right. Did I start to ease up?
You got a few peeps on this one. It's split between 1 and 3.
I knew I'd get some people.
I thought 4 would get a little love on this.
But Goodfellas, the cover of Goodfellas,
very similar,
looks almost identical, even from the top to bottom.
You just kind of have to know the people that are in the movie. I think. You have to know the actors.
Sure. I'm going to be honest. Goodfellas, I think, is overrated.
I do too. I really like Wall Street though. I think that's a really good movie. It's slower. Like you have to be into that type of movie. But I enjoy it.
It's okay. I've seen it a couple times, and every time I'm just like, meh. Mike says his phone's too small, so it looks like Goodfellas. It does. That's one reason I put Goodfellas in there is it looks almost identical. All right, so we have Glenn Close and Michael Douglas. Giving Michael Douglas some love in the third round. Is it The Killing, Love Heist, Fatal Attraction, or Basic Instinct?
All right. As predicted,
I
as
knew
the
it.
answers are coming in, we kind of figured it was going to be between 3 and 4.
Yep. I was hoping, actually, a lot of people got 3. I really thought Basic Instinct, because it's the more well-known movie, I thought it would definitely get it. Sean says Basic Attraction. Yeah. Honestly, the movies are, as funny as it is, I really like Fatal Attraction's okay. I've only seen it once, and I didn't dislike it. Basic Instinct's just such a good movie. But Fatal Attraction, I just thought this would be a tough one. I thought people would pick Basic Instinct, but they are similar plot threads in certain, like the basic premise, if you wrote down in 2 sentences, are pretty close in some aspects. All right, so final question of round 3. So we do have an Avengers poster. The question is, which one is it? That's all I'm going to say. No point in listing them all because it's an Avengers poster. Which one?
A lot of 2s and 3s coming in.
Yep. Just as I suspected.
I was going to say, just as we kind of were thinking.
Damn it, Sean's still hanging on. He's clinging on halfway through. 15 for 15. It is Infinity War. Honestly, I think the main reason you can tell this is because Thanos is the main character in Infinity War. Really. I mean, if you think about it that way, he's as big as down there.
The Infinity War poster was much brighter, too. Endgame was like a much darker tone. Yeah, kind of like how the movie starts out, really dark.
Yeah, and Tony's kind of doing like some kind of prayer pose thing. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Not sure what that's
okay, out of the 2, which one do you prefer?
Oh, Infinity War all day.
See,
it's a much better movie.
After rewatch, I prefer Endgame. I like the whole time heist thing.
Yeah, I know you do. I'm not saying Endgame's a great movie.
Those 2 and Winter Soldier, top 3 Marvel movies, in my opinion.
Okay.
I mean, Iron Man's definitely up there. I mean, you got to have Iron Man in there. But those 3, I think, top 3.
So Evelyn said her cousin made the background graphic. That's pretty cool.
Really?
So Sean, once again, takes the lead with 3 points. We have Curtis and Tyler both with 2, tied for second, and Bobby and let's see, who is this here? Mike. Trying to read my own handwriting here. Both have 1 in 3rd place. So interesting. What I want to know is, I've talked to Curtis a million bajillion times, and I feel like half the movies I reference he doesn't even know. So my question is, Curtis, how the hell are you in 2nd place right now? I'm impressed, actually. I think
I'm more curious right now to see if Sean can go 30 for 30.
So $25 gift card on the line. I'm not afraid. It's only halftime right now, Sean. Curtis says, "Wow."
All right, number 1, The Lurker, The House on Haunted Hill, Gremlins, A Quiet Place.
I think this is a pretty easy one, just because it's a newer movie. But I don't know. We'll see. Nothing's coming yet.
Oh, they're starting to come through on mine. All right, a lot of people going with 4 on this. Steph went with 2. Everybody else went with 4.
I kind of figured it'd be between the 2. I was hoping I'd get someone on The Lurker. Even I don't think that's a real movie. I was like, man, it's a cool sounding movie. And then as soon as you said The Lurker, I was like, wow, that sounds like shit. Hearing it out loud, like, man. So A Quiet Place, Mike has never heard.
If the writers would have tried naming it that and then brought that to the studio, they'd be like,
"Get the fuck out! No. Get out of here right now." Quiet Place is a really good movie.
Yeah, it is. All right, number 2, This Means War, The Odd Couple, The In-Laws, Daddy's Home. Steph says, "Well, I'm doing great." I feel like we should have put Daddy's Home 2 on here as well.
Well, the thing is, they look very different.
Oh, do they?
Well, I guess. Okay, I could have done that one as the. This was one I feel like I sprinkled in because
you gotta have a social every once in a while. You gotta have one that everybody gets a chance at.
Oh, okay. You meant put Daddy's Home 2 for like an answer. That okay?
Yeah.
I should have, and I don't know why I didn't. That was pretty stupid.
He's just trying to get Sean's hopes up so that he gets to like question 29, and
Yep, building him up just to break him down. Thing is, Sean could go the first 5 with placing and technically be in first, but if someone beats him in the final, it's only the top one gets 2 points.
Number 3, the winning combination, the Mighty Ducks, Slapshot, Air Bud.
I already know what Kyle's favorite movie in this group is. Kyle's big Mighty Ducks fan. I'm not gonna lie, I just rewatched it and I just didn't enjoy it. I really didn't. I'm like,
which one? The first one?
Even the second one, which was always my favorite of the 3. I just didn't really enjoy it. It was kind of dumb.
Yeah. The plot for the second one was definitely really dumb, but that was always my favorite as a kid. Was the second one?
Yeah, we watched that one a lot, but like honestly, rewatching him,
the first one's kind of dark for like the first like half hour of the movie.
Yeah, he gets pulled over for drinking and driving.
Yeah, and then the only reason that he's coaching him is because he has to do community service so that he doesn't get thrown in jail and lose his job. As a kid, you don't pick up on that stuff. Then as an adult, it's like, okay, wow, this is like a really bad movie.
That's funny.
All right, number 4, St. Elmo's Fire, 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, Almost Famous.
I think this is a tougher one. I think this might be a tougher one.
Mike Vale says the Flying V.
Flying V, baby.
Right.
The unstoppable play. Not really sure how the Flying V is a very good tactic in hockey, but I don't play hockey, so I don't know.
Or the what always got me was the triple deke, because literally it's like the most like it's like every time I'd sit there as a kid, I'm like, wow, and now I look at it, I'm like,
wow.
Now I'm like, wow, that's like the shittiest move in history, and somehow everybody always gets faked out by it.
I mean, it is Pee-wee hockey, so I guess. Well, everyone got that right, you know.
I thought for sure we'd get some Pretty in Pink.
I did too. Everybody's seen 16 Candles, apparently.
I never have.
Really?
Tess loves it. I've never seen it.
What are you doing with your life?
Number 5, Revenge of the Nerds, Storm Days, Dazed and Confused, Animal House.
I almost got Bobby. All right. Thank you for at least admitting that, Bobby. That makes me feel a little better. I really thought I'm kind of butthurt now. I thought we'd get a split on 16 Candles and even maybe a couple St. Elmo's Fire. But
we kind of threw Almost Famous in there, just even though it doesn't have Molly Ringwald in it, but we were like, we might get 1 or 2 people with that.
Yeah. Nope. Apparently not.
Mitch says this is the movie. Well, hopefully Mitch got it right then.
I didn't see what Mitch got.
Yeah, look at that. He's first to answer it too.
Woo! Animal House is a fun movie. I was glad to see a few people got Revenge of the Nerds. The OG Revenge of the Nerds poster does look kind of similar to that, and the premise is in a funny way similar to Revenge or to Animal House, like same idea. All right, Mitch, taking over for as far as coming in first on the board with a point here. Sean has got 4, and following closely is Tyler with 3. So, and then Curtis still with 2. Mitch, Bobby, and Mike all have 1. So
everybody getting over 4 in that round.
I'm telling you right now, it's going to come down to the bonus round. I'm so glad we did the bonus round.
Oh yeah, that's going to be fun.
What are we on? Are we on round 5?
Yes. Yeah, we are. Yeah, Mitch says you seem surprised.
No, honestly, I'm surprised that Sean is still has gone. What is this place? 20 for 20. 10 more. I'm telling you right now, it's final 10.
66.6% of the way there.
All right, so we have Matt Damon in The Italian Job, The Fugitive, The Bourne Identity, or Ocean's 11. Honestly, The Fugitive freaking slaps. Best movie in this group.
That is a good
best movie in this group. I know our brother Brad's favorite movie is The Bourne Identity. It's a good movie, but it's not one I could watch.
It's overrated.
Yeah, I 100% agree. It is the reason why
it's a good movie, but
the action sequences are the reason why the choreography in the Dark Knight trilogy suck. They fell in love with these quick edits. I love the Dark Knight trilogy, don't get me wrong, but the choreography in it sucks. It's not good.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The quick, fast, especially in Batman Begins, the fast, like you can't really see what the hell's going on.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they started in the Bourne Identity, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, that's a cheap way to make an action flick and make it look cool." Because we don't need to actually do any fighting. We can just cut quickly before they do anything.
What's your favorite movie on that list?
Oh, The Fugitive, 100%.
I think so too.
Fugitive is great. Honestly, the sequel, U.S. Marshals, is the best in this list too. They're both great movies. What the heck? Well, this is going to be interesting. So everybody type in number 3 because it's Escape from New York.
It was Escape from New York.
I'm a little salty because I think most people would know it because it's a pretty memorable poster.
Everybody go 3, Sean. You go with 2.
That's right. John Carpenter is the man. He's the GOAT. Man, I'm really sad. I should have done this all on Precinct 13, the original poster, because it's a super shitty, ambiguous poster. You couldn't tell what it is.
Dude, I love all those cool posters that are like all the ones today are too nice and clean looking.
Yep. Mike Vale says Snake Plissken. Oh my God, yeah. I just watched it again last year. It's just such a fun movie. And that's one of the reasons why Kurt Russell is the 80s action star. Between him, Stallone, and Schwarzenegger for me. Those are the 3.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, so we have, is it Staying Alive, Saturday Night Fever, Grease, or Boogie Nights?
Boogie Nights. The Diggler. A lot of people going with 2. Couple 4s in there.
I thought someone would go with Staying Alive.
That's
so Staying Alive is actually, I don't know if a lot of people know this because that movie bombed. So Saturday Night Fever is the answer. Made a lot of money on a very small budget. Right after Grease, the year after. And then Staying Alive came out like 4 or 5 years after and completely bombed. It was by far Travolta's biggest bomb at the time and kind of put his career on hiatus until all the way to the 90s. I
don't think I've ever seen Saturday Night Fever or Staying Alive.
I do not like it. Honestly, I watched it one time and it just depressed me. I didn't like it. I can't explain it. All right, so we got Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson in White Men Can't Jump, Love and Basketball, He Got Game, or Blue Chips. Yeah, Mike Vale says until Pulp Fiction. Yeah, honestly, I don't think anyone wanted to even touch him until Pulp Fiction. And then all of a sudden he was popular again.
I think everybody got this one, I think. This was kind of a gimme.
I don't know if a lot of people have seen White Men Can't Jump or not. It's such a fun movie.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but
it's been a while.
It's been a while. It's kind of one of those I forgot about, but it is a good movie.
I remember I got it one year for Valentine's Day for Mom and Dad, and I was in like 5th grade. And I don't think they realized it was rated R. And had a topless woman in it and everything, but I was just like, what?
And it made Dan the man he is today.
What is this? All right, so we got Harrison Ford as John Book in Witness, The Sum of All Fears, Patriot Games, or Clear and Present Danger.
Mike Vale says Snipes was king for a little while, then he didn't pay Uncle Sam.
Rip. Yeah, the old IRS they don't care who you are. You must pay now. Wow. Kyle did not get this one. And honestly, I thought a lot of people would get. Does everyone know? Oh, you know what? I should have blocked out who he is too, because the other 3 movies, first of all, Harrison Ford is not in The Sum of All Fears. Right. But Jack Ryan is in the other 3 movies. The other 3, he's the main character in the other 3. Witness.
I've never seen Witness, so
such a good movie. It's about a Amish boy that witnesses a murder in the city when he's in the city for a day, and Harrison Ford has to go to the countryside. Ends up falling in love with his mom and all that fun stuff, and then the killer comes to find him, and it's really good. So we have. Oh man, this is gonna be neck and neck right here. So Evelyn gets on the board. Tyler has 4 points and Sean with 5. So remember, I can't stress this enough, and we have it set up already to only show the one winner for the final round. So 5 questions. Whoever gets the number one spot, so time and so speed and obviously correct answers. Whoever gets the first one or the in first place gets 2 points for this. So Tyler could shoot over Sean. Sean could obviously win, or Curtis could tie for second. I think is pretty much what we're looking at here for stakes.
What's your favorite Harrison Ford film, Dan? After looking at that last one.
Ooh, give me a minute.
All right, number 1, The Thing, The Shape, The Fog, The Blob.
He's got so many good ones. If you're not including Indiana Jones or Star Wars, because you can't really. If you're talking about his just action star ones,
right? Yeah, anything outside of like his 2.
I really enjoy Air Force One.
I was gonna say I love Air Force One
and Patriot Games. Probably Patriot Games, honestly.
Patriot Games is a really good movie.
So it is The Fog. Another. I'm throwing some love over towards John Carpenter. That's a fun movie. And Sean got it and Tyler got it. And looks like Tyler
answered first.
So. Tyler was the first on that one. Ruh-roh. Here we go. Is he going to come behind? Is he going to come from behind like the Steelers did against the Bills yesterday?
He's pulling a Big Ben. Or actually, TJ Watt.
Yeah.
All right. Rocky 5, Rocky 4, Rocky 3, Rocky 2.
I think this one, because we put the questions and then it randomizes them for us in what order, and I actually think it put it in the order we actually typed it. I typed it in, which is kind of funny.
So Sean answered first.
So Sean answered first. It is Rocky 4. I knew this one would be a little tougher, just because, it doesn't actually have the title on it, and it's obviously a Rocky movie, but you don't know which one it is.
Which one's your favorite out of that list?
Rocky 2.
Yeah,
Rocky 2 is a really good movie. I like it more than the original. I know we've talked about that before.
I do too. I just rewatched the first 2 the last few nights. I mean, they're some of my favorite movies anyway. But yeah, the second one, man, that movie slaps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, number 3. High Altitude, High Adrenaline, Cobra, Cliffhanger. Man, prime Stallone in the 80s. Doesn't get much better than that.
No.
I will say, though, for the Rocky movies, I preferred him in the first 2. I think part of it, like his demeanor and everything, but also, like, he had a much more realistic body for a boxer in those.
Man, dude, in Rocky 3, he was freaking yoked.
Oh,
that guy was.
Yeah. Well, he was at his lightest in Rocky 3, too. Like, he basically said, like, I was at my lightest. He was just so lean. He was living on, like, 25 cups of coffee a day and a couple, like, oatmeal protein, things that he would make up. Like, yeah.
So unhealthy.
He said in between takes, he would go over to the corner of the ring and he would do handstands to get blood flowing to his brain. Because he was, like, such a psycho about, like, being in the best shape possible.
I was about to pass out.
All right, number 4, Vanilla Sky, Love and Lust, Interview with a Vampire, Eyes Wide Shut.
Mike Vale says, I love the opening of Ace Ventura 2 when they parody this. His kids laugh their butts off. Yeah, I love Ace Ventura 2. I don't know which one I love more. I think I actually still love the original on that one. But yeah, and I'm throwing some love again, Kubrick. I was actually going to do The Shining, but The Shining is kind of, because it's the title is also part of the picture, so it's very hard to edit out. Also, this is a tougher one, I think, to figure out. So who answered first? It is Eyes Wide Shut. That is a mind fuck of a movie. It's the last movie before Kubrick died. He actually died in post-production. and Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise were married. And honestly, this is probably one of the reasons they got divorced. Making this movie was just hella sound from what I understood.
All right, number 5, The Storybook Adventure, The Page Master, The Dark Crystal, The Black Cauldron.
You know, one of the things,
another movie that as we used to watch this as kids, like we loved this movie, and this is the movie that pretty much ended Macaulay Culkin's career. He got really like royally screwed over by his agent and his parents from the sounds of it, like when he was younger, and his dad like forced him to take this role apparently.
yes,
And it was a terrible movie. It was a terrible script. I mean, as kids, like we really liked it, but it is The Page Master.
I think that may have sealed the deal. Yeah, Tyler got it wrong, and I think Sean did go 30.
Woo!
I did not think he'd get the Page Master. It's such an obscure. I was so sure. A lot of people got the Page Master. I was so sure no one would get the fucking Page Master because
we probably should have blurred out Macaulay Culkin's name.
Even then, I'm like, no one's gonna get this. It's such an obscure movie that I think you and I were the only 2 kids that ever watched it, but apparently not. So Sean,
we used to watch that probably way more than we should have as kids, and we actually liked it. But it's like I haven't seen it since then. But they basically attribute that to that's the movie that pretty much ended his career right then and there.
Tyler said he didn't know. I tried to guess first. Yeah, that's the smart play. Honestly, don't watch it. The Page Master is. You know, we should rewatch it though as adults because I used to love that movie. Yeah, he said he couldn't read the name. It was a very blurred. There was not a lot of pictures online for this one, but I'm like, I have to include it because it's so obscure. Let's see. So Sean
does go 30.
Prove me
30.
wrong. Goes 30 for 30. Next time we do this, I'm going to get some harder ones. I promise you right now. Because what happened was I was quizzing Kyle through some of them, but I didn't have multiple choice. So you were struggling with a few of them, and I think if we use that as a barometer again, and I have multiple choice for you, I think I'll have to go harder. I'm disappointed in myself. But congratulations, Sean. Tyler, yes. That was a great comeback. I thought you actually had him at the end. But what are we doing Wednesday? Honestly, I don't even know. Are we doing?
I think we were doing another general knowledge one Wednesday.
General knowledge one Wednesday.
That seemed to go pretty well. So yeah, we'll be back with general knowledge on Wednesday. So same time, same place. And anybody that is not watching this live, guys, what are you doing? Just watch it live. Yep. Like pretty soon we're going to be able to monetize the channel, and when we do, we're going to be giving away prizes like all the time. So
yeah, absolutely. We had let's see, Sean had 5, Tyler had 4, Curtis with 2. So Curtis pulled a LeBron and blew it in the finals. We had Mitch, Evelyn, Mike, and Bobby all with 1. So guys, nice job tonight. Bobby says, what am I going to miss next Monday? I think next Monday we're doing I Love the 90s. Is that what we're doing?
I think so, yeah.
Or 70s. Yep. We haven't decided yet. 70s or 90s.
What do you guys want? 70s or 90s? Put it in the chat real quick, and whatever one gets more answers for it, that's what we'll do on next Monday.
Yeah, 70s or 80s.
Tyler says, Mitch, change your profile pic, you bum.
Yeah, you still got another couple months. So Curtis says 90s. Curtis prefers the 2010s probably. 90s is probably 90s is old. Let's see. We got Stephanie says 70s, Brooke says 90s, Mike says 70s, Buffett says 70s. Okay. Tell you what, we'll do the 70s first just because why not? We'll do 70s first and then we'll do 90s, in a couple weeks. So guys, we'll see
Mitch says the 1450s. Bobby says she wants to play the 90s, but she has to work next Monday. I'll tell you what, Bobby, we'll save the 90s for a different one. We'll do 70s next Monday.
Yep. So we'll see you guys on Wednesday. We're probably going to do general trivia, but we might throw something. If we come up with a super secret
ball, we'll see.
A super secret one that we might end up doing. We're not going to tell anyone, though, until like the last minute. So, all right, guys, we'll see you Wednesday. Thank you so much for playing. Sean, you want to just email us on triviavice@gmail. I think I have your email from other times, but I keep my word. I'm going to give you that. I'm impressed. I did not think anyone would ever go 30 for 30. So I will see you guys. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Have a good night.
Have a great night, guys.